Hey guys, this is Matt. This is part 2 of a 3-part series on how to properly work with contractors in your business. Part 1, you should have already watched. If you're watching this, haven't watched part 1, watch that one first. But part 1 was about things you have to have in place before you hire them. Today is about just further how you vet them out and how to arrange things with them so that you're going to succeed. So if you haven't done it already with your contractors, ask them for a few references. Just remember, they're going to give you their absolute best customers. I've never called a reference and had somebody tell me really that much bad about the person because they're going to give you their absolute best customer. But ask a few probing questions. Question I love to ask a reference is, what are they great at? And they'll rave about the person. Then we asked them about a property manager the other day. What are some things and areas they need to improve? And so just you're asking this person to say, hey, where did he fall short a little bit, but not really insult him or where he stinks or anything like that. Just where are some areas where he needs to improve? And I've gotten real honest answers from people that have given me real feedback, and I've typically made my decision based on that. So that's a good question to ask. If the contractor has some pictures of work that they've done, make sure that you get some pictures. Ask them what they're on right now. Ask them what their timeline is. Be leery of anyone that tells you, I can start tomorrow. Well, why can you start tomorrow? What else do you have in your book and in your pipeline? Are you that desperate for work that you can start tomorrow? So make sure that you ask them, when can you start? And be good to hear that it's a couple of days from now they get finished other work that they're on, and that. So that's it for references and making sure that they, and asking them what their timeline is. The next thing you want to do before you get started with this contractor, and in the contract we talked about in part 1, is to negotiate a payment plan. So you don't want to give them too much money up front, and if there's no materials involved, don't give them any money up front. If it's all labor, like I've got a guy right now that's putting in a bunch of brick for me and repairing a brick wall. I'm providing all the materials because I had the materials already from another job. So all he's doing is doing the labor. I thought about it. I'm like, there's no reason why he needs to get anything. So I'm not paying him a dime until the project is finished. So be careful about paying contractors up front. If they want money for materials up front, you can even offer to pay for the materials out of your own pocket and have them estimate how much that's going to cost. You can give them a check to cover the materials, but make sure that you've got a nice chunk at the end. At least 25% of the project should be held until the project's done. If there's any type of certificate of occupancy or any type of inspection that has to happen, if it's permitted work, make sure that money's not issued until after the permits are approved and after you get your inspection done, after maybe some sort of third party that you want to bring in has inspected it. If you're newer to this, bring somebody else in to make sure that it was done the right way, and then cut them that check. So, and be leery. You'll find the contractors, the second they drive that last nail, if they don't know you, they're going to have their hand out to get paid the second that the work's done. That's just how most contractors are, unfortunately, because unfortunately they've gotten taken advantage of by people too, probably, and not gotten paid in the past. So they want to make sure they get paid, so they're going to hound you to get paid. So just make sure you're clear with them what those payment terms are. Put them in that contract I asked you to put together in Module 1. So that's it for Module 2, guys. Again, it's references. Call those references, ask them the right questions, make sure your contract's set up right, and make sure your payment plans are in place. Now you're off and running. You're ready to hire the contractor. We'll talk next week about how to properly manage this contractor when they're on the job and how to finish up with them and bring them home for the next one. Thanks.